Ms. Mendoza.
Yeah, before I answer the question, I'd like to tell the folks that there is no water flowing to Borrego Springs from the Imperial Valley, for the record. I support the Southern Route because it has less impacts to ag, to the dairies, and to the environment. In 2006, I began to suspect that there were problems with the Green Path project. Specifically, our management had lost their focus, and they were giving away too many things that they had negotiated in the first place in order to complete the project. It was through my efforts, and I have to compliment Director Hanks. He helped me also. We met with our management, and we told them we're going to get this prudence review approved because we need to do that. And we were vindicated because the prudence review showed that if we had gone the way management had proposed, the ratepayers would have to pay millions of dollars more on the base rate in the future. So, yeah, I do support Green Path, but I support the Southern Route.
Thank you. I'd like to encourage the audience, if you have any questions you'd like to ask a specific candidate or all the candidates, please write it on a card. And if you need a card, just raise your hand and one of our collectors will make sure you get that. We're going to move into question block number 2 here, kind of a short answer sequence. If any of the candidates were here for the earlier forum for the supervisors, this part will be a little bit different because we have so many candidates now. This will be a real a good test of your budgeting ability. We're going to ask questions to a specific candidate. After the candidate answers the question, any other candidate may enter with a rebuttal. However, during this phase, each candidate only gets 2 rebuttals. So save your rebuttals for the important questions. And then after the rebuttals are finished, the original answer will have a response. The candidates will have 1 minute for your initial answer. If you are asked the question, the rebuttals will be 30 seconds, and then the ending response will be 30 seconds. Do we have a question yet?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And we're starting with Bruce, correct?
Yes, we'll start with Mr. Kuhn.
Mr. Kuhn, how do you see your role as an IID board director versus that of an IID general manager?
One, I never did want to be general manager. 2, I guess there's the IID general manager is the one that's been tasked with and is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the district. And as a board member, he is our employee. It's up to him to run the district. It's up to us to set policy. It's not up to us to run the district per se, but run the district through policy, yes. Run the district day to day, no, that's his job. So there's a distinct difference.
Thank you. Any rebuttals from any other candidates? All right, let's go to the next question.
Be for Mr. Gallegos.
Okay.
What is your opinion of the compensation package for irrigation district employees?
Well, are you referring to the one that just happened, or are you referring to the one that overall is that what you're stating? You know what? When I was on the board, and this is the way I'm going to answer it because I'm not familiar with what's going on right now. But when I was on the board, we did studies and we tried to keep our employees happy by offering the best pay as we can. I realize that there's in the LA and San Diego area they pay a little bit more, but we try to keep up with the pay scales that are there, and I'm hoping that's what you're referring to. And we try to keep as close as we can in those days. What they're doing now, I don't know what formula they're using, but talking to a lot of the employees, they're not very happy, especially here lately, because I think some of our directors that are sitting on the board now have been going around talking to them and trying to straighten out certain things. Thank you.
Thank you. Any rebuttal? Okay, we'll move on to the next question.
Okay, you're starting. We're back to Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Cox, who owns the water?
The public owns the water. The IID holds the water in trust for the landowners,
members include those of us that live in cities. The landowners have the right to use the water. The cities purchase their water from the IID, but it's a public resource. That's one reason I have not been a member of the Imperial Group. I do not agree with their concept that it's a private water right that can be sold. But I think the IID board's fiduciary responsibility is to protect that water right. We're coming up to a time where there may be an allocation process in place to provide water to the farmers to make sure that we have adequate water for both municipal and industrial uses beyond our agricultural use.
Thank you. A rebuttal from anyone? All right. Next question.
Ms. Mendoza, should David Osias be kept on as an IID water attorney?
Yes, Mr. Osias is very knowledgeable, he's very aggressive, and he's responsible for us winning all the cases that the Imperial Group has filed against the district. Because of the lawsuits by the Imperial Group and other entities, we have had to spend millions of dollars to defend our water rights. And Mr. Osias has been a very important part of the team that's protecting the water rights for the IID. So yes, I would keep him on board.
Thank you. Any rebuttal? Go ahead, please.
I just think I think Mr. Osias has a problem from way back. I think that he also represented the Elmore Company, and I don't know if that situation has been taken care of, but I think he has a conflict of interest as far as the IID and the hiring of it, and I think that's something that'll probably come up later. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others? Go ahead, Mr. Mendoza.
Follow that. Mr. Osias's conflict was trying to be proved by the Imperial Group. He does not have a conflict, and it's been proven that he does not have a conflict. And he's an excellent attorney. He's helped protect the water rights of this valley. He's very important to the Imperial Irrigation District.
Thank you. Any other rebuttal? There were rebuttals, so Mr. Cox, you have a 30-second response. Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Mendoza, I messed up. We asked the original. Yeah, we asked the original question to Ms. Mendoza. You have a response. Thank you. If you wish.
No.
Okay. Thank you very much. My apologies. And do we have another question?
Yes, just
And we're getting audience questions, which is great. If any other members of the audience want to ask us a question, please raise your hand and we'll give you the floor.
okay. Let's see. We're on Mr. Ramville now, starting with. Well, this is a good question, really, for everyone. But do you believe Coachella should have a say in decision-making of the future development of IID?
Okay, as to some people actually sitting on the IID board from Coachella, no. I do not believe they have a right to sit on this board. But what we are doing, since Mrs. Garcia pulled her bill, Brian Brady, the general manager, was up in Coachella Valley today talking to 4 city managers to see how things are going to work out, and so we have a better representation on the ECA seat. So we are doing outreach into Coachella so that we will have better outreach there and better representation. But as to Coachella having direct say on this board, the IID board, no, I'm totally against that. IID board needs to be local controlled. It's people here in the water district vote for the directors, and that's the way it needs to stay.
Thank you. Any rebuttal? Go ahead, Mr. Cooper.
I would just like to say, when it comes to representation of Coachella, or the Coachella Valley on the Imperial Irrigation District Board, they, in order to get their water district, at one time the IID delivered water in the Coachella Valley. In order to keep us out of their water business and form the Coachella Valley Water District, they signed a contract letting us keep the power so we would stay out of the water. They signed it, let them live with it.
Thank you. Any other rebuttals? Mr. Bindle, you have a response?
No response.
All right, thank you. And do we have another question?
Yes.